Karma is here to deliver some bad news as a fake security officer gets his cheeks bitten by a police dog, while an attempted car heist goes wrong with a sneaky little AirTag. From cars catching on fire to promises of a rematch, and yet when you think you have seen it all, the craziest is yet to come. The final boss, giving one of the best police chases of all time, caught on camera, crashing multiple police cars in the process, is a showdown worthy of the title. Here are some of unbelievable high-speed chase you wouldn't believe, without police dashcam footage. Is it her first rodeo, or is this lady an experienced criminal with a degree in police chases? Whether luck or skill was at hand, there is no doubt this is one of the greatest chases caught on camera. On May 5th, 2020, at around 10:30 a.m., a red pickup truck and a pistol were reported stolen. The vehicle was finally spotted at 11:45 a.m., speeding over the limit, and the officer initiated a full-on pursuit.
18 to 12, do you want me to go down to 252, come in that way? 18 and 27 in the Witcherville area, 71.
The suspect suddenly stops the vehicle, the officer thinking she is about to surrender.
She's got a gun in hand.
10-4 Greenland 9, driver.
Shit. Vehicle's 10-7. Do it!
After failing to arrest the suspect, the officer rushes back to his car to notify by dispatch that the fleeing suspect intentionally rammed into the police car, smashing the front and fully disabling it, unable to continue the chase.
$25 to 12. It is going to be a female driver, white. Looks to be in her early to mid 20s. She does have a...
Another officer that was notified of the incident spotted the fleeing red pickup truck and joined the pursuit. Notice how as soon as the police car got close, the driver immediately drove the car to the middle of the road, as if purposefully trying to avoid channelization technique. The driver yet again slows down, trying to get the police car to ram into the pickup truck and possibly disable it, but the police officer at this time remained his cool and continued the pursuit.
This Comer Lane, I believe, is a dead end. She just turned down.
Unable to keep up with her through grassy fields, the officer notified by dispatch her upcoming further location for other troopers to track her down.
She's right alongside this rock thing, whatever this is, northbound next to 71 right now, and she's coming out on 71.
Her tactic of stepping on the brakes continues to pay off as she causes several officers to drive off the road to avoid collision.
Oh, he's working on enforcement.
I'll be back now.
1037 enforcement. Primary right now.
As this is becoming one of the wildest and most damaging chases spanning through multiple counties, the troopers keep on pilling up to stop the fleeing vehicle as soon as possible to avoid any further damages or injuries.
Mississippi.
Finally, the pit maneuver resulted in a success and the driver lost control of the vehicle, halting to a stop. They arrested the woman, later identified as Jennifer Porter, without further complications. What is probably the most shocking thing of all, Porter was caught smiling on camera in the police car. She was especially proud and impressed of the police officer that preformed the pit maneuver. Thinking otherwise, she would have gotten away with it. Praise coming from a felon might not make you appreciate the sentiment, but hey, we see you, Mr. Police Officer. Good job. Nothing gets past the eagle eyes of the police department as this suspect found out the hard way. With not a moment to catch a breath, this trooper fully locked in at the task in hand and performed one of the craziest pit maneuvers to date. On October 16, 2020, Trooper Dylan Robbins checked the tags of a gray spray-painted Range Rover and after learning the license plate was fake, drove to catch up to the vehicle. As Robbins finally got behind the Range Rover, with emergency lights and siren on, the driver began to speed up, fleeing from the police. An opportunity comes up for Robbins to do a pit maneuver.
Let me see your fucking hands! Worthy Street, got him pitted out, got him at gunpoint. Get out of the car! You get out of that car, you hear me? Get out of the car! Get out of the car!
Can't see the passenger side.
Hey, you wanna come with me?
Yeah.
Start me an ambulance. Get out!
Why would you do that shit?
Get the fuck out of the car, don't run from me. Get out.
I'm trying. Hang on,
Come
dude.
on.
Please, dude.
Come on.
Please hang on, please. I can't run.
How bad
no
hurt
more.
are you?
I'm bleeding.
Are you gonna do anything else more
No.
stupid?
No, sir. No, sir.
You got any guns on you?
No, sir.
What the fuck are you running for?
I don't know, dude.
What do you mean you don't know? You keep your hands right here.
After the second pit maneuver disabled the fleeing vehicle, the officer with gun in hand ordered for the driver to get out of the car. After discovering she couldn't get out as the door was damaged, the fire department was called to safely remove her from the vehicle. The driver, later identified as Haley Hollingsworth, had several warrants as well as a suspended driver's license. After adding felony fleeing and a fake license plate to her name, and the crashed car might be the least of her worries. As we can see, the driver of the F-150 calmly exited his vehicle, was detained, and placed into a police car to prevent the situation from escalating for the safety of the cops. The officer approached the vehicle from the passenger side, but just as he got closer, the passenger switched to the driver's seat and hit the gas, kicking off an incredible chase. This is an unusual case because the driver of the F-150 became involved in the chase. The driver, who was detained right from his vehicle, which was later stolen within minutes, had a lot to say.
You see him, sir? What? You see? Yeah. Stop him. He ain't got no business about that.
Boiler, I'm coming around 365. Careful.
61, careful, I dump this out with you. Hang out here with this trooper.
You may get out?
Yeah, I want you to get out.
Okay.
Hey,
he's not.
The cops transferred the driver to another vehicle so that the officer could join the pursuit without concern for the passenger in the back.
Might as well go ahead and cuff him.
All right, I'll get him. You go, man.
I got this camera.
That's him, that's him.
Well, he's passing on double yellow. Back off, I got something. Back off. He's in the wrong way. Spikes are in the wrong way. That's the fight. This works. We already got a room with our back in our airfield. Going to proceed.
The cops saw a perfect opportunity for a pit maneuver. If you're curious, here's a brief explanation of what a pit maneuver is. In this case, Trooper Corey Earls executed a pit maneuver on the red Ford F-150 to stop it, but the truck ended up hitting another vehicle stopped at an intersection. The suspect was quickly pulled out of the vehicle and arrested.
You're coming in vigilant. You need 711 for who? Need a 711 for now, but I can hold auto shop for a Ford vehicle. We're doing it.
But you probably didn't expect this plot twist. A chase that looks like it's from a movie gets interrupted by a true TV reality star. It started in Los Angeles, where the suspect was driving wildly in a stolen BMW. He went the wrong way and even reached speeds of 90 miles per hour. He was weaving and squeezing and then, boom!
Oh, he just crashed!
But that's not the end of the story. After the crash, he got out of his car and started running on foot, crossing 3 lanes of traffic. Then he grabbed a skateboard and tried to escape on it. Hilariously. We can describe his technique as terrible, but soon he was back on foot again until a red truck blocked him and forced him to change direction. In this foot chase, 2 good Samaritans got involved. A passerby who tried to take down the car thief and the driver of a red truck.
Whoa! Who's that guy?
Behind the wheel of the red truck was Lou Pizarro, the star of the True TV reality show Operation Repo, known for repossessing vehicles that weren't paid for. He bravely helped in the chase and declared,
"It's just instinct, just to, block the guy off."
The car thief was caught and charged with auto theft, and the police took the skateboard as evidence. After this seemingly silly but interesting chase, we move on to one where the suspect carefully planned their escape.
What's up, young buck? Maybe your gas is hurt and maybe you can get out for it.
This is Joel Sanchez Delgado. He was most recently arrested and claimed to be seriously injured, saying he couldn't feel his legs and needed a wheelchair. Delgado was being taken into the county courthouse. The police were shocked when this happened.
Oh, I'm gonna catch you, baby. I'm finna shoot your
For someone who's supposed to be seriously injured and in a full-body cast, he's surprisingly quick, and soon he disappeared without a trace. Imagine the disbelief of the cop chasing him.
Which way you go? Nah, which way you go?
Went straight through the alley and cut that way.
What's in your phone? My damn radio came.
Hold on. Damn, the other days I tried to come behind you and get him.
I don't know where he went.
And I tried to get him.
Hello? Hey, Hook. The wheelchair dude got up and ran. Yeah. I couldn't catch his ass. And my radio was in the mother. I had my camera on, though. The wheelchair dude. I couldn't catch him, hell. Tim's had pulled off. Yeah. I can't even remember his name. He on the road. Hey, he took off, man. The wheelchair dude ran. He had a neck brace on and all that shit.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Didn't need that wheelchair very much, did he?
Hell no. Dude ran, man. Yeah, where my radio? Yes, he did. Dude ran. Hell yeah.
What's even more interesting is that, according to the police, this escape was something he had been planning for a while. Unfortunately for the fugitive, his run for freedom didn't last long. He was found and arrested the same evening. His criminal history includes domestic violence, trafficking, attempted assault, and car theft. He's previously served time in Florida and is currently under federal investigation. On June 5, 2024, an officer conducted a traffic stop on a black Dodge Charger in the Circle K parking lot at the corner of South University Ave and Colonel Glenn Road. It seemed like the driver intended to stop safely at the gas station. However, as we can assume, that didn't happen. If it had, we wouldn't be covering this case.
Arkansas 029 Zebra Mary Boy 029 ZMD Black Dodge Charger.
The driver soon lost control of the vehicle after attempting to flee. An Arkansas State Police trooper seized the opportunity to end the pursuit by pinning the vehicle against the curb using his front bumper. The fugitive accelerated and pushed through as the trooper was exiting his unit, continuing south on South University Avenue. The Charger SRT Hellcat, for example, has theft claims 60 times more frequent than the average vehicle. The trooper saw another opportunity to end the pursuit and disable the front passenger tire. He used the passenger side front bumper of his unit and collided with the passenger side front tire. The collision pushed back the trooper's front bumper, damaging the front fascia and the passenger side fender, but even that didn't stop the suspect. As the suspect entered the interstate, he made an unsafe lane change and collided with a semi-truck and trailer, dragging the vehicle about 200 feet before coming out from under the trailer.
Eastbound, we're continuing to approach Garrett Springs.
Eastbound Garrett Springs.
The trooper performed a successful TVI maneuver, ending the vehicle pursuit. During the TVI, the suspect exited the passenger's side front door and fell to the ground. To avoid running over the suspect, the trooper steered his unit to the left, causing the driver's side of his unit to collide with the suspect's vehicle, causing slight damage.
Yeah, subject bailed.
Good morning.
The suspect fled south from I-30 across the South Frontage Road to the apartments located at 8701 Interstate 30. He ran through the apartment complex until he reached apartment 81, entering without the tenant's permission and asking for help, begging them not to reveal his location. Trooper Corbin Freeman, in the area attempting to locate the suspect, was flagged down by a tenant, Raquel Glass. She reported that the suspect was in her apartment and gave permission to Trooper Freeman and other responding units to enter and remove him. Once other units arrived, they entered the residence and placed the suspect into custody without further incident. Suspect was transported to Baptist Medical Center and treated for a broken wrist and abrasions. Once released, he was taken to Pulaski County Detention Center for processing. The driver of the white Nissan Altima saw the police cruiser, panicked and floored the gas pedal because he clearly knew why the trooper was in that area and what he was looking for.
Central, we're in pursuit of that stolen vehicle southbound on Pulaski from 19th Street. We occupied by black.
And here's another charge besides car theft. Driving under the influence. We'll see what else this fugitive surprises us with because he doesn't intend to surrender without a fight.
Southbound. Past Chester on Roosevelt.
Fleeing from the police while intoxicated is a recipe for disaster, posing a significant risk to all participants in traffic.
Roosevelt passing arch, speeds are 70, moderate traffic. It's going to be occupied one time, black male, bald head, white beard.
King 47 Broadway at 6 on code to live. Say please is direct on us over the area. Street at Roosevelt. 140 eastbound, speeds 115. White traffic, clear yielding. One of the outside lane might be taking a exit here. 1022 back to the inside lane. 111 miles an hour. Medium traffic.
Taking push down pike.
Looks like we're going to be going east on First Dam back towards the city. He's 440 eastbound. Get back on the ramp. Trooper's trying to get around to Stevens. Let him take it.
Yeah, all right, I'm number 2 now.
Someone summoned the legend Trooper Bird, who intercepts this pursuit, takes over from LRPD, and becomes the lead vehicle in the chase.
TVI. Go.
Let's see it from the perspective of the pit officer. Shortly after catching up to the suspect in just 12 seconds, he performed the pit maneuver.
He called me and he was like, hey, we're looking for this car. And another unit stopped at me at Broadway and told me about it. And so I was trying to listen to him. And then they sent me to a crash right as y'all requested us. And we had people making traffic stops while y'all were trying to request us. And I was like, it was a mess. I was like, get off the radio. We're trying to get this car. I'm like trying to get my hand held up.
That's my buddy Bird. I told you about State Trust Tatum. He's in his FTO period.
On the ground! I got him. Taking him in the cuff. Car's clear. Cuff him. Get you on your face. Get your hand out from underneath you. What was you thinking? What you mean? What was you thinking? Well, you looked me right in my eyes. I looked you in the eye? And then took off. Did you not? No, I did not. No, I didn't. Yeah, you did. You saw us. Yeah, I saw y'all. Yeah, why you take off? Can I tell you when they ain't listening? Yeah, come on, you can tell me right now. No. Sit down. Stand up. Sit down. You really want to beat me up, don't you, man? No, not at all. I want you to sit down and act like an adult. Sit down. Sit down. Yes, sir. Keep your feet in, man.
Here we could establish that even the police officer himself didn't know why he was chasing him. He said to him, "You looked me in the eyes and ran away." That's very suspicious, don't you agree? Share your thoughts in the comments. The driver was arrested on the spot, and LRPD took over and charged the suspect with the following offenses: theft of property valued between $5,000 and $25,000, fleeing from a vehicle or trailer endangering lives, open container containing alcohol in the vehicle, not to mention the ones he was tossing out during the pursuit. This one was particularly high risk and unusual because it took place on dirt roads in Fulton County. It all started with a seatbelt. The driver of a Ford Taurus wasn't wearing his seatbelt. So, Trooper Arnold did what any good officer would do. He rolled down his window and told the driver to pull over. Instead of simply accepting the ticket, the driver asked, "What for?" When Trooper Arnold explained it was because he wasn't wearing his seatbelt, did the driver pull over? Nope. He hit the gas and started fleeing from the cops. It seemed like this would be a simple and easy chase for the Arkansas State Police until this happened. Yes, this is a dusty chase, making it very difficult for the troopers. The Ford is kicking up a lot of dust, reducing visibility. And the police chase continues in the dust, and it goes on and on and on.
Call 870-741-1711.
After 5 minutes of chasing through all this dust, Trooper Arnold decided to call off the pursuit. You could say it was a driver skill issue. Police often cancel chases when lives are at risk, and it also tends to make the driver slow down. No one expected a 30-year-old Taurus to outrun an ASP Charger. Here's what the report says about the incident. Trooper Arnold decided to call off the chase because the gravel road created too much dust, making it hard for him to see the suspect's vehicle safely. Continuing the pursuit under those conditions would have been too dangerous. On June 12, 2023, an armed robbery occurred in Orange Gate Park in the Summit area of Tacoma. The victim, a woman who experienced the robbery, immediately called 911. When deputies arrived at the scene, they spoke with the woman, who revealed that an armed man had approached her from the woods, pointed a weapon at her, and demanded her keys and bag. The suspect then got into her car and fled. The police located the suspect at the Commons at Federal Way, where he was parked with a passenger. What the suspect didn't know was that the victim had an Apple AirTag in the vehicle, which allowed the deputies to track him directly to his location.
They believed the car was empty, it hadn't been moving, but as they approached, the suspect had just walked in and sat down and started the car. From there, it took us on a pursuit.
Making contact with car 1239.
No matter where he went or how he managed to evade the deputies, as long as he was in or near the car, they would find him. As we can imagine, the suspect had no intention of stopping.
We're going westbound 320 south.
This is how the chase began, pursuing the suspect through the city of Fife all the way to the southern part of I-5.
County, he hit the side mirror of the car at the intersection of 1st Ave South and 320th. after 62. Went for a pit, car wrecked out. Get it blocked in.
From there, the suspect took off on foot, leaving his passenger behind.
You're gonna get shot! Get on the ground!
Here it appears as though the officer performed the pit maneuver on himself. When the deputies apprehended the suspect, they turned around and saw that the vehicles were on fire. The deputies quickly reacted, but realized that the woman in the passenger seat had not exited the vehicle.
Once they were there, the officers realized that there was somebody still in the car, put on their gloves and went to work. Take a look.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Is it just you in there? Just you. She's the only one we saw.
After the woman was safe, the deputies attempted to extinguish the fire on the vehicle. The fire quickly spread, so the deputies jumped into other cars that were surrounded by flames to move them to safety. In the end, both the victim's vehicle and the patrol car were completely destroyed. The underside of another patrol car was burned, and it had to be towed from the scene. The suspect has already been charged with first-degree robbery, attempting to flee from a police vehicle, unlawful possession of a second-degree firearm, and second-degree identity theft. What's more dangerous than a car chase, a motorcycle chase? The reason for this pursuit? No license plate. Typically, criminals who steal bikes remove the plates to make it harder for authorities to track them down. And now the real show begins. The suspect tries to confuse the cop, leading him toward the wrong turn, hoping to slip away. Let's see if the officer's calm training will pay off. Here we go again. After playing a game of cat and mouse, this time the mouse got away. He merged onto the highway, sped up, and the cop lost all track of him. In this vehicle is a suspect who just needs to let the police officer perform the tint window test and pay a small fine, given the final outcome. The officer turned on his lights and approached the vehicle. The reason for the stop was excessively tinted windows. The officer driving the vehicle thought the suspect was waiting for the green light to find a place to pull over, but the vehicle accelerated and began to flee. Let's see how the chase unfolded. The officer notified dispatch and attempted a pit maneuver, but it was unsuccessful. The vehicle continued to drive fast and recklessly. While trying to turn onto Oliver Street, the vehicle hit a light pole. The driver exited the vehicle and started walking as if nothing had happened, as if he hadn't been involved in the incident, but the officer quickly stopped him using a taser. After a brief struggle, the police officer managed to arrest Pierce and place him in the patrol vehicle. Pierce was taken to the hospital and then to the police station, where he became aggressive and damaged the door. Pierce was transferred to Fulton County Jail. During transport, he stated that he wasn't worried because he hadn't killed anyone, and that next time he would escape in a better vehicle. He had also previously been convicted of possession of illicit substances. This vehicle, a blue Nissan Maxima, is equipped with blue flashing lights which are illegal for individuals without authorization. They are reserved for government services. You won't believe who thought they had the privilege to use them.
283 westbound, 1024 with us.
When the suspicious vehicle with flashing lights was stopped, a man wearing a vest and a cap labeled security exited the car. He left the vehicle on his own, intending to signal to the troopers that everything was under his control and that they were on the same side, as if he wasn't doing anything wrong. The trooper ordered him to return to the vehicle, and the driver complied, but not in the way the trooper intended. We can see here that he turned off the flashing lights, either because he realized he wasn't allowed to use them, or he was trying to escape without being easily noticed, or maybe he just wanted to show off in front of his clients who were sitting in the back seat of the vehicle. The vehicle was moving across all traffic lanes and nearly collided with other participants. Due to Blaine's disregard for his safety, the safety of passengers, and public safety, it was only a matter of time before the officer decided on a tactical maneuver. After the tactical maneuver, the vehicle was disabled, leading to a high-risk arrest.
What's that call? He's got me on.
During this pursuit, K-9 unit members were present and ready to react at a moment's notice if needed. Based on the movements of the suspect, identified as Richard Blaine, it could be assumed he had no intention to surrender like his clients. Instead, he attempted to flee into total darkness. However, with the K-9 unit present, such actions in the open were not advisable. If you liked this video, definitely check out the video on the screen. From real-life GTA and crazy pit maneuvers to cars spilling pills and people.